Hello, everyone, and welcome to Beard and a Half Movie Reviews. I'm Garrett.
I'm Tyler.
And today marks episode... Fuck, we didn't look it up before we started.
33.
Tyler's. This is why he's my right-hand man.
I don't want to be your right-hand man. I've seen the stuff you do with it.
I want to be my left-hand man, because I'm a switch hitter in that department, buddy.
Hold the ball, stroke the shaft.
It's the whole thing. Episode 33 of the podcast. And this week, we did Evil Dead.
Yeah, we did the Evil Dead 2.
Yeah. Last week we did the first one. This week we did the second one. This movie was complicated at first. And I feel like a lot of people got... If you've seen the movie, then you know what I'm talking about in the beginning. If you haven't seen the movie, then just FYI, spoilers ahead. This still favorite franchise for me. Like I said this last week, and I'll go over it again. If you haven't seen the first one, go watch the first one. But it's not like a total necessity to see this movie. And the beginning kind of tells you why. But yeah, it's I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It starts out a little weird, but I'll get into that.
Oh yeah, get into it.
Oh shit, I forgot. I don't even have my notes open right
now.
now.
You know what? Now that you say something,
yeah,
I also don't have.
We're gonna start off with the cast just like we always do. Actually, I'm gonna start off with who directed this. This was directed by Sam Raimi. Everybody knows who he is. If you remember Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, he did all those and then some. He did I don't know. I did it all last week. All the stuff he's directed. We'll even say everything.
So what Garrett's saying is go listen to last week's episode before you listen to this one, if you haven't already.
I will say though, last week audio
not the best. This week I'm just gonna push to talk.
Hopefully. I think it's fine. We've done tests for a while.
So you changed your speaking voice. So I immediately had to mute myself.
All right, I'm gonna try to bring it down.
You just have to. We're right next to each other.
I'm gonna try to bring it down. I know, but I'm a loud person.
I know.
So it's
I am
hard
too.
For me to do this.
Hey. That's why all my settings are set very quietly.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna bring it down.
So you just gotta drop it an octave.
I'm gonna drop it a little bit. Okay.
Hit me with like 5 decibels lower. It should be good.
I'm not doing that low.
That's perfect. Right
this
there.
Is ASMR time.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome to Beard and a Half Movie Reviews. In today's episode,
microphone.
I actually licked mine.
Too.
Okay, cool.
I see a lot of people doing that nowadays on ASMR stuff. Why is that a thing?
Here, I've got some.
Why is that a thing? You got my favorite treat. Now my voice is gonna go up.
Here we go.
It's gonna go up if we do this. Give me one. Give me some. Just pour it. Okay, that's more than enough. I dropped one.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's over there.
I'm gonna pick it up because that's how you get in.
Now
that I'm talking, looking at my mic, I see. Hold on.
A little saliva.
Yeah, had a little saliva bubble on there.
Wow.
Just the juicy guy. You guys ready for this?
Juicy.
That's me eating a mic knife. And I know all you people that are listening that hate ASMR are so triggered right now.
I think the only thing that triggers me is
Get over it.
When people chew gum. I hate that. That good old.
I've chewed gum for like every podcast we've done up until today because I don't have my gum on me.
That's okay.
No gum. Okay.
I don't have to edit that out.
Back to this. Not enough ASMR, but I'm still going to keep my voice low.
Keep it a little low. That's okay.
There you go. Okay?
That's okay.
First of all, before we even begin, I totally forgot. I want to start off by saying, if you're listening to this at home or wherever in your car, and you would actually like to see us, stop listening.
I've gotten a lot of notes. There are a lot of people saying that they enjoy seeing us rather than hearing us.
Where have you heard that? Seen that?
Yes.
No, I asked where, not.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways, yeah.
It's not like you don't see the comments as well, but it's really funny. I get messages on Facebook from the people that listen to our podcast.
I didn't see any.
Oh no, I meant like my personal one.
Oh,
Because I'll
okay, so
double
just
share
like
it.
okay.
Yeah.
So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, stop what you're doing if you're listening to this on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, podcast, whatever.
Nobody listens to it on Google
wherever
Podcasts.
you listen to your podcast. If you would like to see us, you can shoot over to our YouTube page, Beard and a Half Movie Reviews. Have to put the S, and yeah, you can actually watch us. We record these video as well as audio. So if you want to get both sides of it, there you go. Also, while you're there, I'm just gonna say it. Smash that like button. Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube page.
Everybody that listens to our podcast, great job.
Yeah.
Everybody on YouTube that watches our podcast, last one had like, not much, but it was like 26 views or something like that.
More than that, like 30 something, I think.
Nobody liked it. You know what? Here.
Yeah, nobody liked it.
What I can do. Here's
if you're
what I
gonna
can
watch it, please do us a favor. Like it. We'd appreciate that.
We literally dropped this 4 days ago. We're doing better on our
Well, it's because we
Yeah. Watch time. Average person watches about almost an hour of it. Now that being said,
it's not bad considering it's like an hour.
32 views. We're at 10 subscribers. I believe last week we were at 7.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah, we're at 10
I had no
subscribers
idea.
now.
That's awesome.
We also got some more on our TikTok.
That's cool too.
Because
we
of
have
our
a TikTok as well. We posted a video last week. It was pretty funny. It was me in the first Evil Dead, but not me. You know, it's a character that I took on, because you know I'm an actor.
Yeah, I
My free
definitely.
time. Also, I'd like to point out this podcast is brought to you by my big ass fucking forehead. So there's that. I decided to put my hair up today. Yeah, look at that massive thing. You guys at home, my hairline. Look at that.
I could watch a movie on
Look
that.
at that. I know. Fucking pull out the projector.
I think you'd be
IMAX,
blind by the time.
3D. Fuck no, it's big enough. I'm thinking about shaving my head. True story.
I don't think you should.
No, I really am because of like my hair is thinning out towards the front here.
Just keep
I'm pretty
it
open about it. I'm honest, and it's fine. If one day I'm bald, then I'm fucking bald. But you know what I don't understand?
I don't want you to come in here bald.
You know what I don't understand though? How this can be. My dad,
Genetics.
which I don't see him a lot, great hair. Okay. My grandpa, my grandfather, obviously, had cancer. Okay. No. This is the next part. Okay. Had cancer. Came back from cancer. Full fucking head of hair. Full head of hair. And his was white. I always wanted, whenever I got older, to have white hair, just like my grandpa. I wanted to be that old guy with the white hair, the really white fake teeth, and everything. Now I think I'm gonna be that bald guy with the really white fake.
I mean, the good news is plenty of successful bald guys. Johnny Sins.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew that was gonna be the first thing out of your mouth.
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean, yeah. That's true.
Jason Statham.
Mr. Clean had the earring, though. I'm not.
You could have the earring, the feather earring.
Jason Statham has hair. He just, I mean, he doesn't like shave it, but it's.
Are you talking? You're gonna get it like shaved, like.
No, I was gonna.
You're gonna wax it.
No, I'm just gonna like buzz it. I think. I don't know though.
You would probably look like the Predator.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get my hair cut here in a couple weeks or days. I don't know yet, and depending on what it looks like, cut short because I'm sick of my long hair. May just fucking cut it. Just buzz it.
I don't even buzz it. I want you to get it like properly balded and then wax it so it's all shiny.
I'm not doing that.
Come on,
I
man.
don't want to look like a fucking thumb.
You're gonna look like a thumb if you do it.
No, but if I just buzz it, then I'll look like a.
You're gonna look like a thumb either way.
I don't know.
Just do it like.
Tell me, people. Do you think I'd look good if you're watching this? Do you think I'd look good? Zoom in on me. Do you think I look good if I just buzzed it?
Dude, that's what you do.
Do you like the big ass forehead?
Yeah.
Do you want more of it?
Yes. Smash that like button if you do.
Do you like the hair? It's getting cut regardless because I'm sick of it. Do you think I should just get it cut shorter? Do you think I should buzz it? Let us know. Leave it in the comments. If you're on
Leave it
YouTube.
in the comments. We've been on this rant for like 10 minutes now.
This is a pivotal moment for me and my hair.
And
I've never done this before, so trying to figure
just
it
like
out.
our audience retention and your hair, we're losing it.
Fuck. Okay. Like I said before, smash that like, subscribe button. Follow us on our social media. All that stuff. We make TikToks.
Thanks, man.
This week we're gonna have to figure out the TikTok we're gonna do this week, but I have an idea and I think it's gonna be good.
You have a good one.
Regardless of that, back to the movie at hand. Evil Dead Part 2, also known as, get this.
El Evil Dente.
No, I gotta go back because I think it was La Casa 2.
Oh, Casa de la Blanca.
Yeah, it literally says also known as La Casa 2.
Well, that's because
I think that's in Italy.
that was because they didn't have the rights to the movie, though. Like you and
yeah, we'll get into it.
We'll get into I don't know at what point, but we will get into it.
Anyways, like we said, directed by Sam Raimi.
Mm-hmm.
We know him from the Spider-Man movies, like I said, with Tobey Maguire. He also directed, or I guess he wrote Darkman. I don't know if he directed it.
Mm-hmm.
He apparently played a giant squirrel in the Jungle Book movie, the live-action one.
Ooh.
Okay. Like I said, he's done some acting, he's done some directing. I think what he's mostly well known for is the Evil Dead movies and Spider-Man now, and then the Evil Dead TV show.
Yeah.
Which was Ash versus Evil Dead. I don't know if he had anything to do with the remake of the first one, which, come to find out, check this out.
Did somebody get raped?
No.
By a tree?
Somebody did. See, I call it the remake.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a remake. I finally figured out the whole entire Evil Dead timeline because the way this movie opens, it was kind of confusing, right? There was a part of me that was like, wait, what's going on? And then I figured it out pretty immediately, and then that led to some Googling. Okay. And while I was Googling, make me tinier. I don't want
make you.
I don't want to be big. I don't want to be big. Thank you. But we need to hide the forehead from us.
Yeah, I got you.
So the remake that came, you motherfucker. Put that back.
Hold on.
I don't like that. Okay.
Perfect. Oh, there you go.
There we go. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, take that away.
I'm sure I can find a better picture.
So the remake. No, don't go through the pictures. We don't need to do that. You're gonna pick the one I fucking hate, aren't you?
Fine.
I mean, I'm not even a big fan of that one, but thank you. No, I'm just a big ass head.
Yeah, I mean, I could converse with that.
I look fucking good.
Because, like, I look at that and then I look over. All I see is your big ass forehead. You try to do
away. Take that away. It's me being photogenic. For those of you that can't see and are just listening, he's putting up pictures of me over my face. No, so the remake, okay, that happened in 2018 or whatever.
Let me pivot.
It's not a remake.
What is it?
It is a continuation of the first film. Okay? And we know this because when they show up, which I don't know if you've seen that one. Have you?
I believe I have.
Remember, we talked about it last week or whatever. When they show up, Ash's car is still there. Okay? So think of the first movie, how it ended with that fucking thing coming at Ash. He died. Okay? Then that movie picked up however many years later, the same place after all that. So cancel out the second and third movie. And then that happened. So that's where that one takes place. It seems like a reboot, a remake, however you want to say it, but it's not. It's actually a continuation of the first one. From my knowledge, from me Googling stuff, that's what I came to figure out. Now, this one, it opens, and because, like you said, they did not have the right to their own fucking movie for the first one, which makes no sense to me, they wanted to recap the beginning, but they couldn't use footage from the first movie for the second movie.
Didn't make sense to me.
Which is dumb, I know, but it was owned by not Paramount, but I can't remember who the first one was.
Maybe I remember because when this one started, it was HBO and another one.
It said something entirely different, but yeah, some other company, which I guess it's I read that like they specifically made just to do this movie or something, but
Yeah.
because of that, they couldn't add any footage from the original one, so they completely, basically, recap the beginning. So if you watch this movie and you were like, why is he dumb enough to go back? You know what I'm saying? He didn't go back. Think of it as if he never left. If you watch the first movie up until the end, and then all of a sudden you saw that thing go at him, and then the movie ends, go to the second movie, and you can go right up to that part. So don't even watch the whole first like 5 minutes of it if you really want them to make more sense. Cut to the part right whenever that same exact thing happens, whenever whatever it is, spirit, whatever, is going through the house, and then he flies through the forest, and start watching from there, and then you'll realize that yes, it is a continuation. People call this movie like a reboot or a redo or whatever. It's really not. It is, and I'm pretty sure in the credits it even says this is a continuation of the first movie.
It does.
And it is a continuation. But like I said, they had to reshoot the beginning to do a recap with new characters because, like I said, they didn't own the rights to the last movie, so they had to do that. So new people who just watch this one won't be like, well, what's going on? What's this about? I don't understand. That's why they did that. So that's why the beginning is kind of confusing, and people call it a reboot or redo, whatever they call it, but it's not. It is a continuation, but they just had to shoot the beginning a little bit different. Okay. But I think it was for the better. I think the cabin made more sense. Now we know who it's owned by and everything else, and that kind of played a bigger role in this. With the girl Annie, her parents being the one who owned it, and then the dad and mom that were the archaeologists or whatever that were finding the pieces of the Book of the Dead. Which, if you notice in this one, they actually called it the Necronomicon. I think the full name of it is like the Necronomicon Ex Mortis or something like that, right?
Oh, I was
Something like
muted.
that. Anyways,
Something like that, yeah.
something like that. But yeah, the Necronomicon, because in the first movie they called it something different, so they changed it a little bit.
They called it the Book of the Dead.
Well, I mean, but they had some Latin name for it as well, but it was completely different.
El Buco Dedo.
It's not correct at all.
We
don't even need to.
Ede.
You're gonna summon the evil.
Pigpay.
Stop that. The pig Latin.
Yeah.
But regardless,
I have summoned the Gamer King.
This is Richie.
I put my headphones on there. I literally have a multi-purpose.
Is that what I heard falling earlier?
Yeah, my headphones fell off of it. I just like to keep them over there while I'm gaming, just so I know somebody's listening.
Nice to know that somebody's there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's dead, but he's there. He's vibing.
Doesn't matter. Dead or alive. You like that voice crack?
I did.
I hope my audio didn't pick that up.
I hope it did.
Yeah.
2 decibels.
We're going to go into the cast list of this one, though. Like I said, I kind of put it off because we were getting some other stuff going on. Bruce Campbell, of course.
Bruce Jenner.
We all know Bruce Campbell from the Evil Dead franchise and the show. And
we don't really have to recap him that much.
He was in the Spider-Man movies. But for the people who didn't listen to the last episode, I still want to go through it all. Like I said, he was in all the Sam Raimi directed Spider-Man movies, too. He played a small character, but super hilarious. Bubba Hotep, he was in that. Never seen it. He's done a lot of voice acting that I see here, and a bunch of different things. And he was on that one show for a really long time that I always forget the name of it. And I did it again. Hold on. Burn Notice. That's the movie. Yeah, in Burn Notice. Cause yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's the show. Sorry. I always forget the name of it. Also starring Sarah Berry, who played Annie Noby, who was the daughter, the parents that own the cabin that they go to. Like I said, this movie kind of made a little more backstory for the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
She has been in jack shit, if I'm being honest. It just basically shows a bunch of Evil Dead stuff, like from how it's made and everything else. So.
Yeah.
Dan Hicks, who played Jake, who I'm pretty sure was the I call him the cone guy. We'll get into that. The cone guy. We'll get into
The
that.
cone?
The cone. We'll get into that.
You said the cum guy.
That. I hope not. He's been. Oh, he was in Darkman. He was also apparently in some of the Spider-Man movies. So he's been in a couple Sam Raimi movies as well.
Also, Oz the Great and the Powerful.
And yeah, sure, why not?
He
And then
was.
Bobby Joe,
He
who's
played
played
it.
by Cassie Wesley DePaiva. DePaiva.
The Pave.
DePaiva. I don't know. She was in. Okay, so a bunch of soap operas. We're just gonna leave it at that.
Yep.
Days of Our Lives, shit like that. And then she was on the show Castle, apparently. Who else was it? Okay, so Ted Raimi, Sam Raimi's little brother, actually played possessed Henrietta. That was the girl in the basement. Old lady in the basement. Yeah,
I'm looking at it now.
One. Yeah. So he was in this movie, and fun fact, it was really hot. Pretty much the exact opposite of the first movie. The first movie, when they were making it, apparently it was really cold. This movie, really hot. And that suit he was wearing weighed a fuck ton. And was basically just like latex. Homeboy was dripping with sweat a lot. They would literally have to like cut to get all of the sweat building up in that suit.
Yeah.
And in some of the scenes, when he's running around doing shit, you can literally see the sweat pouring out of his ears of the costume.
Yeah.
Fucking gross. Anyways, who else was in this? I mean, that's pretty much it, you know. Oh, Denise Bixler. Denise Bixler. She played the new Linda. We'll call her that. Since, you know, like I said, they recasted Linda for the beginning part. And she has been in some Richard Grieco movie called Booker. Pretty much all I see. And then she was in Ash vs. Evil Dead, of course. Okay, so that's pretty much the cast, though. This movie's got a runtime of 1 hour and 24 minutes, I believe. That's just off the top of my head from what I saw. Yeah, we're going to say that's right. A budget of estimated $3,600,000. Can you believe that? It does not look like it. Stop motion.
You know what?
A lot of stop motion.
A lot
more special effects in this one. I guarantee that's where that came into play.
I would assume that they spent a big budget on just like, hey man, you ever read that Lord of the Rings book? Yeah, why? If talking trees, we should do something like that. But they had but they had the trees.
They did have the trees this time. So did you know that this whole movie franchise thing started with a short film Sam Raimi did, Bruce Campbell, and it was called Within the Woods. 30 minutes long. It's basically how this movie came to be. How really.
What was the name of it called?
Within the Woods. You can find it on YouTube. I haven't watched the whole thing. I watched a little snippet of it. You have to remember this was filmed in like 80s, like 1980. It looks trash as far as like video quality goes. But yeah, it's there, and like I said, it's kind of the I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh yeah, that's scrumptious.
Ooh.
I have no idea what's going on. It's so pixelated.
Yeah. There's nothing I can do about that.
That's a knife. Oh, that's him cutting off his own hand. Oh wow, that's way more graphic. Ooh. Oh.
That is.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. That's more graphic than what we saw.
He threw it on a Monopoly board.
They were obviously playing Monopoly this time around.
Oh.
Okay, so a little bit different. Yeah. Anyways, this is how 1979 is when that was made. That's where these movies came from, though. Was that little short film that he made?
Looks good.
Looks good, exactly. Where we watched this? I watched this on HBO Max.
I also watched it on HBO.
You know what I also realized about HBO Max? The search engine. How you go to search.
Absolute shit.
Absolute dog shit.
Tried to search that.
The Evil Dead 2, nothing. If you try to type in Evil Dead 2, you'll find it. How bullshit is that?
It pissed me off. But in
Why
fairness,
do you have to be so particular?
it says
HBO Max.
that the name of
Fix
the
your
movie,
shit.
Evil Dead 2,
Okay,
Dead
but
by Dawn.
if I Google, well, it goes by the names Evil Dead 2 or Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn. If I Google searched the Evil Dead 2, I would find the movie.
Oh yeah, it's Google.
If I Google search the Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn, I would find the movie. Why can't HBO Max be like that? Come on, dude. Come on.
No, it just is what it is, man.
That's one place I know for a fact it's available. Other places, I'm not 100% sure because, like I said, that's how I watched it, and I believe you can buy it on Amazon and Prime Video.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sure you can buy it on Amazon. You can buy anything on Amazon, but Prime Video and HBO Max looks like the main two places to get this movie. And this one was released, just so I get this right, March 13th of 1987. So
Yeah.
6 years after the first one.
6
This
years.
one came out.
Okay, the third one comes out 6 years.
I don't think so. I have no idea, though. I can't remember.
5 years.
5 years after
Comes
this
out
one?
in 92, I believe.
Okay.
What's the name of the third one?
Oh, Army of Darkness. There we go. I kept wanting to say Legends of Darkness, and I'm like, where's that coming from?
It's Legends. Yeah, 1992.
Okay, so about 5 years again.
Oh.
Okay, and we're gonna do that one next week.
Next week.
I'm excited.
I am.
Okay, now that the fucking middle finger.
I
from
thought it
his
was
hand that he cut
funny.
off. It was very funny. Whole scene where his hand's possessed in the kitchen and he's fucking doing all that shit. Totally unscripted. They just let him go, and they filmed all of that.
And then he stabbed it, though.
He did stab it, yeah. I think that part
Improvised.
was scripted, but I was talking about the scene where his hand, and he's bashing the plates.
I wonder if
and
they were
grabbing
prop
them.
plates,
So,
though.
Probably.
It'd be funny if it wasn't, though, because then you would know that he is just slamming glass into his face.
Maybe.
Those bowls, in fairness, you could real easily break.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the plates is mainly what he did. Anyways, now, since we've got over that, let's get into it. First of all, spoilers ahead. I know we've already said some, but spoilers ahead. Once again, I already went into the beginning. We know this is like a continuation, not a fucking redo. It's not a reboot. Don't say that, because it's not. This movie takes place after the first one. The first 5 minutes was just a recap. Okay? Are we all on the same page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're good. Because I saw a lot of reviews of people who said this was stupid because of that. Understand why, and then write your review. Thank you. But I appreciate your opinion.
Have a nice day.
Because we have opinions too. I like this movie more than the first one. You don't think so?
I did not.
So, this was funnier.
This one,
I don't even think they meant it to be a comedy horror.
I don't even know. I liked the first one better than I liked this one, which was shocking to me, but only because of the backstory and everything was it was good.
Yeah.
But
Made sense.
I don't understand. I get why these guys were returning. The archaeologists, those two, were coming back. I don't understand it.
What do you mean?
Why did they have that paper? Why did they have those papers for the Book of the Dead?
Because they were trying to find all the pages for the Book of the Dead. It was a big discovery. Why do archaeologists look up dinosaur bones?
Like boning. That's what it's called.
No, they just wanted to find. They were researching it, and they just wanted to find it. So therefore, that's why they did it.
I don't know.
That's why they found it.
This one for me wasn't as. I didn't like it as much as I liked the second one, which was shocking to me.
You mean?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay.
It was still good. I liked it.
It did have some weird parts.
It had
it had the stop motion claymation stuff.
It always gets to me.
Kind of strange.
I didn't like Wallace and Gromit because of that.
Yeah, no,
stop motion is not a good thing. I understand why they did it.
Yeah.
Everything like that.
I don't, but I mean, I guess I get that they did it, but I don't.
You can tell every time they used the stop motion as well,
Mm-hmm.
just because they had recorded the screen and went frame by frame with
Mm-hmm.
the video in the background and the claymation up front.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is rough to look at, but I get it.
It's 87,
It's
86.
it's not there, but they did film Star Wars. Just saying. And they had a huge budget. I think they blew it all on trees.
I was gonna say, oh, you're talking about this movie?
Yeah.
I would say probably, yeah, setting, location.
Most of the setting was inside of a high school.
Yeah, I did read that they filmed most of this in like a high school.
A
which is
gym.
wild to me.
Any of the interior shots were filmed inside of a high school.
Get it? Whatever. So cool.
I mean,
It's just, yeah, I like it more because mainly Ash plays a way bigger part.
he's not a pussy
Well, I mean,
in this
he was
one.
the main. Yeah, he's not a pussy in this one, and that's what he starts out as, kind of a pussy,
Yeah,
but then immediately kind of gets into his heroic
it was nice.
avatar, if you want to call it that.
It was
of what
nice.
he's supposed to be.
Like in the first
in
one,
this movie,
it was just like, oh, there's 4 guys in the wood. Well, there's 2 girls, 2
5.
guys. Or 5. Oh, you're right.
3
You're right.
girls.
You're right.
Mhm.
They're and you don't really know who the main character is, and then all of a sudden, just everyone's dying,
Except for Ash.
and then it was just like, oh, Ash is alive.
Mhm.
Second movie, you're like, oh, dude, it's the guy from the first one. Oh, wait, there's fucking more people coming now.
But this is they weren't the group that he showed up with in the first one. That's
So
why this is after.
my only
Okay.
question is, if this movie was shot immediately after, we're going from the door where he's flying through the woods. We're going from that point forward.
Mm-hmm.
Those people, those archaeologists, were staying in that cabin. And that woman, that granny, was down there the whole time. Why the fuck didn't she show up in the first one?
Okay, you got me there. You do got me there. That is a valid point. You probably would have popped up in the first one. Okay, so we're just gonna act like that didn't happen.
I'm keeping it in the podcast.
She was underground.
She
was
literally
underground the whole
popped up
time.
out of the dirt. Like, no
She
problem.
wanted her daughter to be there before she popped up. That's why.
The fucking
why.
demon. Yeah, doesn't have a
She
daughter.
was waiting on her daughter. That's
Okay.
what we're gonna go with. That's a valid point, though. I will admit that part's a little weird.
I wanted to
Once
try and
again,
stump you, and that's the only.
you do
I
got
didn't
me.
even take notes on that part.
That is a valid portion that would make these two not line up, but they do. Get over it.
Okay.
That's how it is.
You know what? Moving on. Garrett, what did
So
you
it
like
is.
about it?
Oh man. We're gonna start off from the top. They switched. Remember in the first one, whenever the Deadites, we're gonna call them that. Whenever they got stabbed, they spit out cum.
Yeah.
It wasn't cum, but it was like that white.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
This time it's black.
I didn't like that.
I like that.
I didn't.
I thought that was a lot more.
Well, I mean, once I think once blood is oxidated, it turns a different color.
But it gave you more of that eerie vibe.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like these
for sure.
motherfuckers are dead, and it doesn't look like they're spouting semen out their mouth. It looked like actual.
Lord have
grotesque-
mercy. I'm about
It
to.
looks like actual grotesque, like
Yeah,
fluid that are gross.
It looks
And I
like-
dig that. I like that more than the cum. I'm gonna just refer to it as the cum.
I liked. It looked like they had just chewed up a bunch of licorice and
Just black
spit it-
licorice.
just fucking
That's
spit
all
it
that
out.
I'd see. You think they eat people? No, it's fucking everybody's hand me down black licorice.
The one time that I went to Silver Dollar City, I always stop by the baseball. They have just like this little baseball stadium thing in there.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball museum, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, they sell like
Silver Dollar City?
yeah, there's like a baseball like just room in there. Anyways, they sell memorabilia for like everything.
Mm-hmm.
They have original Big League Chew, not like the bubblegum kind, but like it's still bubblegum, but it's really fucking latexy and stuff. They also sell licorice that baseball players used to chew on and stuff as well.
That's fucking gross.
Oh, bro, I bought it. It comes in 2-cylinder blocks.
Like black or red? Or...
Black.
Ugh, no, fuck that.
And so
It's bad now. Imagine what it was
There was-
20 years ago.
there was like 50 years
30
ago.
years, 40, yeah.
But, there were 2 blocks. I ate the whole thing, and my brother ate the whole thing. But we literally spent 35, 40 minutes chewing on it, and then he's like, "I'm gonna spit," and it was just black, just like that in the movie. Like, that's probably it.
Maybe that's where you got the idea.
Makes perfect sense.
It would make sense. But
you just see a deadeye spit out sunflower seeds. You're out.
Just got Big League Chew in there too. I loved. I don't know if you noticed in like because this time the cabin, we'll call it a cabin or a house. It's really a cabin. This time in the cabin, you could see like there was a lot more interior stuff. There was a whole kitchen that was furnished, had plates and everything else.
Yeah.
There was a couch. There was a piano.
This time it looked like somebody had just gotten the fuck out of there.
Yeah, it literally looked like an actual cabin that wasn't just some fucking rundown, thing. And then you and your buddies decided to stay in this spooky place for some dumbass reason. This one, yeah, a lot more furnished. And then there was like a one of those thingies, like a plaque or whatever you want to call it, that said like "Home Sweet Home."
Yeah.
Thought that was hilarious. I don't know why. I just love in the middle of all the violence and people getting shot and stabbed and losing limbs and everything else, and then
Home
you just
Sweet
see in the
Home.
background just "Home Sweet Home."
Yeah. You know what?
I
That's
thought that
fair.
was awesome. Next thing I loved, the eyeball popped to the mouth.
You know that scene was shot in reverse. She actually spit the eyeball
I wouldn't
and
doubt
had
it.
to keep doing retakes of it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You know how many
because-
times? You know how many? 36.
Christ, how could you not get that first try?
I feel like it's more difficult to spit something in a specific way.
Oh, so like
'Cause they did two
what do you
shots
call
of
that?
it.
Like the cornea, like the
Yeah.
back or whatever, so it doesn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
I get that. I guess.
They did the two shots where she spit it out backwards and somebody had like a fishing line or something. So they helped her. They kept fucking it up and just ripping off the cornea. So they had to film it like,
It's fucking gross.
bro.
But I
yeah.
thought it was hilarious.
I thought she swallowed it.
And that was like where I feel like Ash badass mode from
Yeah.
there on, because that was like his first kill, kind of when he just got like stomped on its head and then just into the woman's mouth, and then she ate it, which I like because I don't like her. And I'll get into that.
You don't like Bobby Joe?
I don't like Bobby Joe.
Whatever her name is.
Bobby Joe, and I can only assume Bobby Joe got raped by a tree too. We can only assume.
I really.
Because great shot of him.
I know. I'm just going through the
hair
cast
and
picture.
makeup was awesome for this movie.
The makeup,
Way better than the first one for me.
makeup was a little off, but we'll get into
As
it.
far as like the Deadites, I liked them a lot more in this one compared to the other one. And you're gonna fucking don't do this with me looking. Just rate it later.
We'll get into it. What else did you like about the movie?
Well, I saw you pull something up, so why did you go here? You're just okay.
I was just
Vibing. Okay. Do you remember the scene when Cone Guy? Once again, I'm gonna call him Cone Guy. His name's Jake. I'll get
Okay,
into why I
yeah.
call him Cone Guy when I get to my dislike. When Jake tries to get in the back door, and she thinks, because at this point in the movie, Ash becomes a Deadite,
Yeah.
and which, like I said, I thought it looked awesome
Yeah.
as a Deadite. When she hears something at the back door, and she has that condor fucking knife, whatever it's called, and she thinks it's him, and then the door opens and she stabs, and then you figure out that it's the gun guy, Jake. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he falls on the ground. First of all, hilarious. Second of all, then we see Ash trying to get in,
Mm-hmm.
and she just starts beating the shit out of that guy with the door.
Yeah.
She, like, knowing that he's there from originally stabbing him, then taking the door
And just
and slamming it
ashing it
probably
against his-
3 times, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Moving him out, closing the door another 3 times on his fucking feet, moving him out, and then finally able to close the door before you pull him all the way into the living room, whatever you want to call it, and then him getting sucked underground by her mom. That's a Deadite. But
I saw that. I was like,
I thought that
why
was
would
hilarious.
why would you put him near the fucking cellar door? You know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. They're
Exactly.
fucking gonna feed your
And
dead-eyed
then
mother.
just fucking an explosion of blood
Yeah.
comes out.
How I feel every
was
time I
awesome.
bite into a fruit gusher.
True story.
Yeah.
A
Or
red one.
stab a Capri Sun.
Stab it. Oh, like you.
You don't actually. You just put it in there and you stab it.
You know what? And I'm glad you brought this up. My daughter loves Capri Suns,
Me too.
obviously. I feel like most people don't know how to take the Capri Sun straw out.
You just slide it right out.
You just...
It folds and you
You're
just...
right. You're right. I've seen people do the twisty thing.
Yeah.
You know, you twist it. We've all got curious. I do the twisty thing sometimes, just to fuck around.
Sometimes I like to see my strength and rip it down the middle.
I see people take the straw completely off.
Yeah.
And then try to slide.
Yeah.
Don't do that. When the straw is still connected, just grab it from the top and push down.
Yeah.
And it's going to come out the bottom.
That's it.
And then you poke it through the top.
But I stab it.
I don't stab it because you know what happens when I stab it? I miss.
I've never missed a Capri Sun. Now it'll go in the wrong spot. So like, I mean, it is what it is. But I just want to know if I can do it.
That's always been something funny. You learn a lot by somebody with how they open a Capri Sun. People.
I did a power move and I took out my knife and sliced it open and just poured it in my mouth.
I've done that before, where you just cut the corner off.
Not even the corner.
Or I did it in a cup one time.
Thing, and I just drank it like that.
Gotta do that. Yeah, I get that. Next thing I hated, or I liked about this. More jump scares. Oh my gosh. This is a monumental moment. Guys, I'm getting a scam call right now. We're going to answer this
Go
live.
ahead and throw it on speaker.
We're gonna... Hello? Hello? Doing okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I think
How would you like to lick my butthole, Jake? It's an auto.
sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. How would you like to lick my butthole?
I get those all the time now. All of a sudden, I've been getting a lot of spam calls.
So I found out this really cool thing. I don't remember if it's called donotcall.gov or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you put your phone on the do not call list, and if they call you within 31 days after you've done it, $500 in your pocket.
That's a real thing?
That's a real thing.
How do I get that money?
You have to sign up on the website.
And then the website will get
and then you can report every phone call with the number.
Ooh.
And then they will actually compensate you because not only have they wasted your time, they've wasted their time. They have to pay out on it.
That's a good idea.
It could just be like the spam presidential calls, but those ones aren't considered spam.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I get those. Those I understand. But like
the
that
other
shit,
ones, yeah.
I get shit like that all the fucking time.
I answer every single one of them too.
One time somebody called me and they said that this is funny enough. For those of you that don't know, we work in the car rental industry. Okay. I got a fucking phone call from some person. It said that they worked for the FBI and somebody had used my social security number to rent a car and did something illegal in it. When the fuck do you have to give your social security number to rent a car? Do you know what I told them? Gladly, I will look it up because you called the perfect person. I work for a car rental agency. I can see. I can go into the system and see what rental I did for my own company, apparently, with my social security number. And then, of course, they hung up after that. But fucking dumbasses. At least do like a little bit of research on me if you're going to call me with some bullshit story. Back to, I'm glad we all got to experience that spam call together. Back to this. There was way more jump scares in this movie, and it seemed more fast-paced, which kind of why I liked this one a little bit more. There wasn't so much pussy shit. We're going to call it that.
It is true. He was not standing around all the time, just stared at the camera.
You know, shelves falling on him getting thrown into anything and everything. This movie, like,
the man literally cut off his arm,
his hand. Yeah, but yeah, within like the first 5 minutes, it's going and it keeps going until the end of the movie.
Keeps going and going and going and going and going.
A lot more action. A lot more murder. I would, well, probably the same amount.
Almost the exact same.
Yeah, almost maybe one person more, but well, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there was 5 of them, and then if you count the girl in the basement, that's 6. So one more person. But regardless,
Hand to hand.
it seemed a little more gruesome this time around.
It definitely was, and I
Um,
enjoyed it.
And this time around, whenever he had to kill his girlfriend, he actually did. And remember in the first one, he cut her, he put her in the ground. He didn't cut her head off, did he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
her
did.
head was cut off. Okay, so in this one, head comes off again.
Saw
But
that.
this time, puts her on the fucking vice, and this time actually chainsaws her fucking head. Which of course it doesn't show it, but you see the blood flying, and it's a lot more. Did you see the part I was talking about though, where the chainsaw,
Did not.
the white outline
I
of the
must have.
chainsaw? You missed that?
I literally looked away for like 3 seconds to respond to an email,
But
and I feel like that was the point because I looked back up and he was literally putting the chainsaw on his arm, and I feel like
well, that was later. The first time he used the chainsaw was just on her head. He still had his hand though.
at the beginning
Wait,
of the
no,
movie,
no,
he
you're
sliced
right.
her head off with a
The shovel.
yeah.
That's what he just like fucking smacked
Yeah.
it off and it fell off. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was later whenever he's in the house and he's like going through that insane bit where he's
Yeah.
trying to
And
kind
then
of get grip on reality and
the
everything.
thing's biting his fingers.
And then he's
The
fucking,
flashlight head.
and then he says that weird like tool shit.
Yeah.
Did you hear that part?
He literally
Yeah, which
bullshit.
they said that, which he didn't actually say. They added that later, and it sounded fucking weird. Which I read in a Escape from L.A. because he was in that movie with Kurt Russell, and he played the Surgeon General or whatever. The first thing Kurt Russell said to him on set, I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but I read this, was he walked up to him, Bruce Campbell, and he goes, "They tool shed." Because of the weird way he said it in that movie, I guess. But yeah, it was because it was voiced in later. But yeah, then he takes her head out to the thing, and then he puts it on the vise in the tool shed or whatever, workshop, whatever it was. And then that's whenever he grabs the chainsaw and cuts through her head. And then later, whenever he cuts the hand, it was after that.
It was nice.
It was nice. The hand cutting off scene was intense too.
That
Whole scene when he was going insane and laughing and everything in the place was laughing at him and everything. I love that. I thought his acting was so much better in this movie compared to the first one.
I agree.
People like his acting in the first one, but I thought it was way better.
I thought it was good, but I will say, just spoiler, that's my one dislike was the house laughing.
I thought it was awesome.
It was
The house
awesome,
fucking with him.
but man,
It's everything was kind of messing with him at this point
it
in
was.
time.
It was,
And that's why he had that whole like looking into the mirror thing. He was
we'll get into it. We'll get
he was
into
having
it.
trouble, you know.
Every time.
What would you do?
If I looked into the mirror, the same thing I do every time.
But-
Cry.
What would you do though if you're in that house? And everything's laughing at you and shit like that.
I would take off my pants and give him a show.
No, you'd go insane.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely go insane.
I would probably start laughing with them though.
That's well. I mean, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's.
But I
just
mean, he
kinda
was
how it
also
goes.
like crying.
There was the scene where I'm watching this in my bed with my wife, and my daughter was in our room at first, and then I was like, "Hey."
Just to make sure we're on the same page, you finally have a TV in your room?
I had a TV in my room.
For some reason, I thought you guys just Amish style with no TV in the
From day
bedroom.
one, I've always had a TV in my room. I
Okay.
just rarely watch TV in my room, but regardless, we're laying in bed, and my kid, like I tell her, like I'm about to watch this movie. It's scary. I tell her it's got zombies. I mean, that's basically what it's got. But she's like, okay, no, I don't want to watch that. I'm like, okay, cool. So she leaves the room. And me and my wife are sitting there watching the movie. Okay. It gets to the scene where the Henrietta, the deadite one, she's up, through the little crack, and she turns into normal her and starts singing the lullaby to her daughter to try to convince her to let her out. And that is when my daughter comes to my door and opens it. And I didn't pause the movie. I just let her know, like, hey, zombies, remember, this is a scary movie. And she kind of rounds the corner and she's like, I don't think this is a scary movie, Dee-Dah. That's what she calls me, Dee-Dah. And I was like, no, it is. And she's kind of looking, and I just let it happen because I know what's about to happen, but I just let it happen. And the girl's singing the lullaby, and then all of a sudden, the Annie's boyfriend or whatever just jump scares you and pops in a frame. My kids screamed bloody fucking murder. and twists and turns because she did not know where to go, and then darts into the hallway, and thankfully did not cry. But I so very badly wish I could have got that on film because I would have thrown that up in this podcast. But man, did that part scare her. But that's what I liked about this movie. Leading back to, it has way more jump scares. In my opinion, the first one was the scariest of them all, but it was like scary in a
Like
different
a-
kind of way.
It's,
I don't know how to explain it.
I would consider the first one more or less like it was like a more of a suspense sort of thing rather than jump scare.
Yeah, I think those two kind of are the same thing.
Suspense and jump scares are the same thing.
Somewhat, maybe not.
Not even a
I don't
little
know
bit.
how I
Jump
define
scare
the
is
first
somebody
and second one.
pops up in a frame and scares the shit out of you.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Suspense is
but
just like
what's gonna happen next.
inching along and then just
Yeah.
boom, there it is. But it didn't scare you. It was,
Okay.
you knew it was there.
Okay, I'll give you there. But that is something I did like about this, that it was way more fast paced, and I'm sure you can even agree. This
Yeah.
movie caught right along and just like I said, kept on going till the end.
Nice.
The chainsaw arm, of course.
Of course.
I love the chainsaw arm. It is like the coolest thing about the movie to me is Ash's chainsaw arm. It's something
for
that
sure.
just like it's a signature thing. And for the first time, we hear him say groovy too.
I fucking hated that.
Love it. That's just like that's the saying.
I hate
Always
that.
just groovy, you know. But yeah. Not only the scene of him cutting his hand off, which was awesome, blood splattering in his face as he's laughing about it and everything else, to him then, you know, going out into the tool shed, or work shed, whatever it is, with Annie and them making this device to not only be able to attach a fucking chainsaw to his hand, but then give him a chest thing that he's able to put the thing in and start it on. Fucking awesome. And of course his double barrel shotgun. Those are just like his two most, you know, monumental weapons. So seeing him get those, it's always awesome.
What was funny to me was like, I was like, oh, he's got the chainsaw arm now.
Yeah.
Wonder when he's gonna get the and then he just saws the shotgun.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the boomstick.
And it's a different shotgun than the first one. The first one was that like single.
Yeah.
And this one gets a double barrel. Way more badass, way more menacing than the OG
One more bullet.
But twice as awesome. And then overall, just like I said, Ash's transformation from subtle, you know, kind of guy in the background, pussy. I don't want to say pussy, but you know what I'm saying. Just
Pussy. Yeah.
the not hero to then becoming the hero and the overall badass of the movie.
What you're saying is he went from a background character to
The main character.
a star.
Yeah. In this one, like I said, we see.
Ready for some more ASMR?
It's for you guys.
Never know which one I
We
opened.
see him, just really break into that role. And I thought Bruce Campbell is an awesome actor, especially for this role. And I read that he said he never wants to play this role again, which is super upsetting, but I don't know what more they can do with it besides continue the show, which is
I'll lose
Done
40
so,
pounds.
but-
I'll become Bruce Campbell and move to Hollywood.
maybe. I don't know if you can do that, but
Done. Do it.
this is considered a B-list movie, I would say.
Yeah.
I saw it was in IMDb's like top
It was 19.
250 movies that you should see before you die.
Number 19 on the greatest horror slasher movie. I don't know. I literally had-
Regardless, and I really think it's because of Bruce Campbell, because you know he's the main star. But I thought he did a good job. People think it's corny and whatever. I feel like it's really supposed to be. It's a comedy horror, and you laugh at stuff. Rated number 19 in Entertainment Weekly's top 50 cult films of all time. Yeah, it's definitely a cult film. That's for damn sure. But yeah, like I just think that's the way the movie was supposed to be. Is kind of like I don't know if they meant it to be like that, but I would hope they did. That it's kind of like I said, a horror comedy kind of thing. But anyways, those are my likes. Tyler, what did you like about this movie? Get into it. What was that beep?
That's my watch. I like how he upgraded his girlfriend in the second one. In this one, a lot better.
Yeah, she did look a lot better in the original one. No offense to the OG one, but
a little bit better.
everybody has a type.
So during the beginning of the movie, whenever they're doing the flashback scene and he's burying her,
Recap.
yeah,
That, but yeah.
fucking holding a mannequin body.
Oh yeah, 100%. The arms were stiff and everything without a head.
You can see the little metal knob on the neck.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't look that far into it, but yeah, 100%. That's a mannequin.
So most of the time when I watch the movie, I'll watch it in here instead of relaxing. Because if I go in my room, watch it on my TV in bed,
sleep or not pay attention.
I'll just, because that's how I am at night. Because you just have background music and you're just playing on your phone or doing whatever.
Yeah.
I'll come in here and sit down, or I'll just sit here and watch it. But so I can pay attention to all those little details.
Mm-hmm.
I was just glad because again, I've only ever seen Ash versus Evil.
Evil Dead. Ash versus Evil Dead.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I never knew how he lost his hand. Ever.
Yeah, that's how.
Because a fleshlight head bit his hand, and then he cut it off. I just like how he fucking stabbed it into the ground, and I was like, ah!
Yeah, that was an intense part.
And I was just like, there's
that
no
was
way.
Suspense.
I was so fucking suspenseful. I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna fucking do it.
Then, yeah.
Then he
takes
just
the chainsaw and
he just
completely just
slice and dices it.
Yeah. In the next movie, he actually gets like a hand.
Yeah.
Still gets the chainsaw. He still got the chainsaw, but he gets like an actual fucking.
I'm okay without it. I like this.
That's kind of like in the show. That's he gets that hand, and yeah,
a
little bit different.
So I called it. Like in the last podcast, I was like, you know, what'd be better about this movie if the trees were like Lord of the Rings.
They were. I noticed that too. Yeah, they actually came. I don't remember that. It's been a while since I've seen this one. I watched the first one a lot, but yeah, no, they straight up had faces.
They had faces, and they would move around. And
so I guess originally when that Bobby Joe girl goes into the forest by herself, and I was watching too, I was like, does this girl get raped too, or am I crazy, or is this no raping? But whenever she gets like drug and everything like that, I guess originally they wanted to like straight up cut her in half, but then they took that out. I guess because they wanted it not to be like X-rated and all that stuff. Ended up coming out unrated anyways. That was pretty much unavoidable. But yeah, I guess they originally wanted her in half. But
I'd be okay with that. Like she's going so fast along the tree lines and just a thin
fucking
trees
tree,
there,
and then just
right in half. I'd been okay with that.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Just a mannequin going Mach 5 at a tree.
Gross when she's getting drugged and you see all the like branches like going into her skin and everything like that. That was kind of icky.
He was just like, we're not raping this. We're just gonna kill her.
We're just gonna get inside of her another way.
Yeah, through the face.
Through the face.
That is weird. I did like the trees though. I was very excited to see them with faces.
Yeah.
And then they were just kind of walking around.
This one.
Yeah, that was nice. What's your favorite line from the movie?
My favorite line? Oh, probably when Ash says groovy.
You know what my favorite line is?
What?
Whatever. Let me compose myself. Whenever the grandma like, I'll swallow your soul. And Ash is like, swallow this.
Yeah. They says it a lot. I guess I didn't realize the sexual innuendo there. But of course your head went to immediately.
No. Because she's like, I'm going to suck the soul out of your body. I'm going to suck your soul. He's like, suck this.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
No, I wrote it down.
That's the famous, every hero has awesome one-liners.
She said, I'll swallow your soul. And he was like, swallow this.
Yeah. And then fucking shot her.
And just pulled out his dick.
Explosion. Not what happened. Regardless, like I said, heroes always gotta have his one-liners.
I didn't like the groovy though, man. I did not.
You don't like the groovy?
No, I was so thrown off by that because he was just like, I've been like okay with radical,
and you kind of notice it too, more so in the show. He's kind of stuck in his time.
Yeah,
you know. He doesn't really.
I don't think the dude can get out of that time.
No.
Literally went back in time to relive that time.
Well.
Sorta. We'll get into
You'll
it
have
later.
to see the next movie to understand how he gets back, but it's the whole thing. But regardless,
I would assume the opposite way he got there.
No,
He invented a time machine.
no, the whole thing. I'm not gonna tell you, but it's.
I don't want to wait a week to watch this movie,
I
man.
mean, you can watch it tomorrow or tonight even, but whatever. But it's different, but it makes sense. But anyways, is that all you like? That was it. Suck this.
All of this.
Swallow this. Suck it. Swallow
I mean, you
whatever.
said, like I said, we don't duplicate our likes and dislikes.
Oh, okay. So I probably.
So I mean, you said quite a few, but I've been going off of like, I wonder if Garrett liked this. I'm gonna write this down in hopes that he gets mine.
Something else that whenever you talked about what was your favorite line, there was one line and I forgot I wrote it down and I never said it that I actually really liked. Whenever they're all in the living room and they hear a noise in the other room, and then you hear Ash say, "We will all go in together." Smartest thing anybody's ever said in a scary movie ever in the entirety of scary movies. Everybody always says, "You go," or "I'll go. We should split up." It's always something to separate everybody. But of course, him being the awesome guy he is, says, "We should go together." Very small, subtle line, but man, does it speak volumes about his knowledge. In the realm of scary movies, that's next level shit, man.
You're not wrong. I mean,
I'm not wrong.
in every
Scary movie, horror movie,
I was gonna
slasher
say,
movie, whatever you want to call them.
in these two movies, anybody that's alone dies.
This is true. Or
Put
gets
together,
raped.
or gets raped.
We can't get past
Why
the fact that somebody
not
got raped.
Both. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm sorry.
Once again, we can't rule out the fact that maybe that Bobby Joe did get raped. We don't know.
Maybe she got split in half by a tree a different way.
Oh my gosh. Maybe that's what they meant.
Oh.
Maybe that's what they meant.
Sam Raimi was like, "Do it.
Let's do it."
Bring out the big stump."
That's fucking gross. I'm gonna get into my dislikes.
Go for it, man.
Cone Dude. Now I'm gonna tell you why I call him Cone Dude.
Because he put down a cone and turned on the blinker. All he did.
Is that his fucking job?
Who
A
in the
guy
middle of the
just
woods
drives around with cones and caution stuff in the back of his truck and just puts it up? What's his real job?
Traffic violator.
Cone guy.
Okay.
Cone guy.
I would assume
Hey,
like
there's a road shutdown called Cone Guy. That's this
man shows
Jake.
up with 86 cones ready to put them all down.
cones, the fucking little open thingies with the little light, which is what he used or whatever. That's why I called him Cone Guy. I was like, what are you doing there? Who called you to let you know it was there down this dark, abandoned stretch of a road?
It seems important because that bridge
And-
looked pretty long.
The bridge is also up like this. So even if somebody wanted to drive, they could. But at the same time, I did like this bridge over the first one. This bridge was more of like a fucking bridge. The first one was like that wooden, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where like I
but
could
this one was
probably
a lot.
slide down and walk over. That one looked like,
that was like,
oh
how
no.
are we gonna get across that any other way than to drive across the bridge? But yeah, I didn't like Cone Guy. I didn't like him. I didn't understand his purpose. And then he shows up, and then he's a douche.
Yeah.
He got a real douche, which I get it. You know, he loved Bobby Joe.
I couldn't tell if that was his daughter or his girlfriend.
It's his girlfriend. I don't like that name.
Bobby Joe. I don't like anybody with
That
two-
seems like a masculine name to me.
Bobby Joe.
Bobby Joe.
Yeah.
I've seen women that are named Bobby, and I get that, but Bobby Joe.
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby. Exactly, but
I don't know.
I don't like that name. That's just me personally.
You
If
just
you
don't
have
like
that
it?
name, no offense.
You just don't like the name
My name's
Bobby.
fucking Garrett. Nobody likes my name. I don't like my name.
You don't like the name Bobby though.
Bobby Joe.
Bobby
When you put
Joe.
those two together.
But
is
you
what I
like
don't
Joe
Yeah,
and you
I don't
like
mind-
Bobby.
Yeah. I
So
don't
let's
mind
just
those
call him
names.
Joe Bobby.
Joe Bobby Joe.
Joe Bobby Joe. AKA the Cone Guy.
But I didn't like her either. And the first thing we see when we see her.
Well, we didn't actually see it, but she got shot.
Oh, well, yeah, kind
Yeah.
of. But
No,
that
she
wasn't,
definitely
that
did.
wasn't the first time we saw her. The
Oh,
first
you're
time we
right.
saw her was whenever they showed up and Cone Guy was just sitting there on his fucking
Woman
truck.
after my heart. Yep.
And then you see her around the corner, and I don't even remember what smart ass thing she says.
I don't know.
And then just the weakest fucking dip spit ever. In it, like
it was like
if you're gonna act like you're spitting in a movie, fucking spit. No.
It was
it was weak as shit. I don't dip, but
it's like
but
it's like
that was gross.
fuck, what is it called?
And I saw that they wanted to
MLB. Back in the day when they were actually allowed to chew.
Oh.
You know how they get out there with
Are they not allowed to now?
No. They have to use I don't think they're allowed to have sunflower seeds anymore either.
Why?
They'll fall on
advantage?
them. No. Like they can have them in the dugout. They can't take it onto the field.
Oh, well, I understand maybe not chewing on the field.
Yeah, but back in the day, they could do that.
Yeah.
So, in all those movies, you see them come out, they just look and they're like, and it's just this fucking, it's so meaty, dude.
Well,
like, I had a cup out ready to demonstrate that for you.
No, we don't need to. This girl, she came onto the scene and immediately gives us the, and it was fucking gross. And I was like, I immediately don't like her.
It's like
not that I'm not a fan. I don't care if you dip or chew or whatever.
It's not a fan of Bobby Joe.
I'm just not a fan of Bobby Joe.
That's all it is.
I don't really like Bobby Joe.
I get it. I get it. You prefer a woman to swallow, not
What's funny
spit.
too is the way I wrote it down was the girl with cone dude that dips.
You're just gonna ignore what I said.
What'd you say?
You prefer a girl that swallows.
Exactly. It's not what I fucking meant. Regardless, I just don't.
Seems
like
where
Joe.
you were getting at.
Okay, whatever.
Would you like Bobby Joe a little more?
Is like smart ass comment, but it wasn't even like a spit, dude. It was like a, and it was pathetic. If you're gonna spit, spit. If you're gonna swallow, swallow. Enough of that. I wrote not enough blood.
There was a literal wall.
There was a literal wall, which I guess they framed or they shot and came down, which I guess he blew his nose for the next 2 weeks or something like that, and it was always red because of that. And then, of course, whenever
he was getting hit by that shit, though.
In. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was intense.
Yeah, that was rough.
I guess it's one thing, because I guess, they pour it down on him and everything else, but that was a lot.
That was a lot.
Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of blood in this movie, but what was that?
I was telling you to lower it just a little. Not that much.
But regardless, there was a lot of blood in this movie, but
there wasn't enough.
There to be more.
Yeah.
Because, see, in my mind, I thought there was, and we talked about this, I thought there was a scene when he goes into the basement.
And he's just waiting around. Blood.
It's like straight up like this much blood.
Here,
and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm thinking of the I don't want to say remake, but the 2018 version. Maybe I'm thinking of a totally different movie, but in my mind, I could have swore there was a scene when he goes into that basement, and it's straight up like to his chest in blood, where he's like holding a shotgun above his head. But maybe I'm thinking of fucking the first Rambo when he's going through the sewers and he gets attacked by all the rats. But I don't think so. What'd you type?
I was trying to type in.
Did you know he actually had a personal trainer for this movie too?
I did see something about that.
Yeah, because that scene whenever he gets his shirt ripped off, like halfway ripped off, you really see his guns and everything. I also think he looked a lot more appealing in this movie compared to the first one. First of all, he got rid of the unibrow. Awesome. And just overall, I think he looked better. I know you're looking up something, but I'm still bothered by the fact that that girl was in the basement the whole time during the first movie. Now, since you brought that up, it is sitting with me, and I'm wondering how they can be connected with that. I don't know. The Shining, that movie did have a lot too.
According to the
big black record for the film, the previous record was held by Dead Alive.
Evil Dead
remake. Oh yeah, because they're straight up
This is
That's the 2013. Wow, I was way off. I said 18. That movie has a scene when it's literally raining blood, which is kind of what you see there.
Yeah.
And maybe it was in that one that I'm thinking of.
I think it was.
Happened. Maybe.
Because we both had the same thought process,
Mm-hmm.
and we were on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're right.
Did we do that one?
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to do that one?
I don't want to watch that one.
It's a lot spookier.
I don't want to watch that. I don't like scary movies.
It's not. It's scary, but it's not. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna shit a fucking brick. You're gonna come over, and I'll literally just continuously still be pooping.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have no notes. It'll actually be the world's largest shit.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Okay. Back to my point, though. Not enough blood. I wanted a little bit more blood. It is what it is. And I wanted that scene because in my head, I feel like I remember that. If you know what movie I'm talking about, where a guy goes into the cellar and it's literally
that one. It's
blood
a remake.
Up through the neck.
Maybe
it is a remake.
Because when I went down in the cellar,
I'm gonna have to watch it.
It was just
maybe I can't remember.
Well, because it broke a record for the most blood used in a movie.
Well, I saw that, but I also think that maybe it's talking about when it was literally raining blood outside. I mean that happened for quite some time, and that would have taken a lot. Maybe that's the OG one. That's the OG movie.
I've got nothing.
Oh no, it's the second one. Yeah. Anyways, regardless, something else I did not like about this movie. If this was a remake, a redo, a do-over, whatever, what the first one was supposed to be, however you want to say it, I think that... Are you just looking up bloody-ass pictures now?
No.
I think...
I could spell.
Just... I'm over it.
I'm not over it.
I'm over it. There was no tree rape then.
That's the only thing.
It was a pivotal part of the first one.
It
sparked a lot of controversy.
Was it rape or enjoyment? Was it a tree or a vine?
I don't think either one of those were the questions that were asked, but...
What were the questions?
Or really the...
Does the tree have the right to seek legal consultation?
The tree? Or the girl?
As soon as we look it up, you just...
tree. Yeah, right there, exactly. Okay.
The giving tree.
So if this was a redo or a remake or whatever, there was no tree rape. And you know what? For those of you that don't like it, look it up. Because that was a big part of the first one. And even the 2013 Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Tree rape. It had to happen. And it wasn't in this movie. And that's something that I was not necessarily okay with. But that's just me.
It is.
Some people probably didn't want the tree raping, but I did. Anyways.
Is that what you would, that's what you disliked about the movie?
Besides the first fucking 4 things I said, yeah. I didn't like Bobby Joe.
Yeah.
I didn't like Cone Guy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that there wasn't enough blood. And there was no tree rape.
Okay. Literally.
Those are my dislike.
My only dislike.
Mm-hmm.
The whole house laughing at him. I already said it.
I know.
It was just very, like, I get it.
It was
the guys,
weird.
They're trying to make him go insane.
Yeah.
Go crazy. I even liked the scene because, like, in the first one, they recorded him slapping a reflection of his, like, the water, you know?
Oh, in the mirror? Yeah.
And then they did it in this one. I was like, he's going to slap it. It's going to be water. Fucking comes through the mirror. I was like,
this had way more jump scares.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And then they all started laughing at him. I like the lamp, though, that was laughing at him.
And then he starts, like, bagging with him.
Yeah. Because, like, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, watching our podcast, the fucking, it was, like, going back and forth, just like,
just going up and down with him and everything. Yeah, it was weird.
It was so fucking weird, but
I liked it. I liked that whole scene. Like I said, it was really playing with his, I don't want to say emotions, but his... It
was doing a number on him.
Yeah, it was fucking with him hardcore.
So
playing with his insanity. There we go.
So there's this really fun game.
Or sanity.
I don't remember if it's called. I think it's called The Woods, but it might be called a different game. Basically, you're in a jungle. It's a first-person game. You have to survive, build a shelter. There are these like demon things coming after you.
The Woods.
And
Penises.
Could be.
I say they look penises, but they're like big old thumb fucking thingies with appendages everywhere.
And it's actually a different game than I'm thinking of, because these are actually like demons.
Oh, these are like fucking things with like 90 hands on them that are running it. Okay, anyways,
All right.
yeah.
So your sanity gets lower if you see one of them, and if it's dark outside and you're running around, it gets even worse. And like the trees and everything around you will start attacking you, seemingly nothing, and it'll start killing you unless you get to a light or make a fire or get indoors.
Okay.
And your only objective is to survive. That's it.
Sounds intense.
And I've only ever made it like 3 days, and then once your sanity is at like a full 100%, you're dead. It's rough.
Intense. Something I'd look into, maybe.
Definitely. It reminds me a lot of every time I watch this, like one of these movies, it reminds me of that. And I'm like, fuck, I want to play that game.
I want to play the Evil Dead game when it does come out.
I'm very excited.
Still haven't. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty positive they have not come out with it yet, and I will most likely play it because I think it'll be cool.
I'm excited for the new Harry Potter game.
I'm not, but this should be. Dear Lord.
February 2022.
That's not too far away, I guess.
It's like 4 months.
Yeah, I can wait, I guess. Kidding. It looks intense. Yeah, you'll see that guy in the next movie.
I have yet to actually watch the trailer for it.
You can if you want. It's got some characters from the show and the movies, and
is it a first-person game or no?
I think it's third person.
I will not watch it then, or I will not play it.
Really?
I hate third-person games so much.
I mean, I think I don't know. See, it's got the I can't remember her name from the show.
Oh, Saber Interactive.
But it looks legit. Look, he's even got the hand, and it's
got older Ash in there.
That's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna go back real quick. Pause it on his face.
that's okay. Yeah, that's older Ash. You're right. But then it's got, I'm pretty sure, like a younger version of him too. I think it's got a few different things.
Okay, this doesn't. Okay.
It's intense, right?
I wonder if this kind of looks like it's open world, like.
I don't think it's open world.
But like Left 4 Dead, like.
Yeah, pop that up.
Why
Reaction
killing Marty
video.
McFly? Definitely.
You get to drive the Delta. Sure. The whole thing. I know you can play as either the Deadites or you can play as the good guys. Of course, I would play as the good guys. But yeah, it looked intense. To me, it kind of reminds me of like Predator Hunting Grounds, but in Ash versus Evil.
This looks more like it's like. What's that?
Dead by Daylight or
Dead
something.
by Daylight.
Yeah. I mean, there was a Dead by Daylight thing that had Ash versus Evil Dead, I guess.
This is exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
But it also looks like.
I'm sure that's his sister.
But it looks like you're just running around killing stuff and looking for.
There's some sort of like stuff you're supposed to be doing, I guess, or something. I don't know. It looks interesting to me. I think
looks cool.
Fun.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun kind of run around and deck some peeps. How I do that woman is.
I don't know,
Somebody else from the show. But those finishers are pretty intense. And of course,
that's
he's got his chainsaw arm and Ooh.
God.
Yeah. You can even like, counter and stuff like that. Looks intense though. Oh, maybe that's what's his name from the first movie.
Oh, it's available on all platforms.
Yeah. Looks intense. And then like I said, you'll know that guy.
In the next movie. But he's a dick.
He's okay.
Oh God.
It was intense.
He just snapped his neck.
Lies. This is coming 2021.
I'm
Let's
sure
see.
they pushed back. Anyways,
The thing I would change about this movie,
more tree rape. Any
no,
tree rape.
it was this one scene. Okay.
Sex scene with the grandma.
Remember how Cone Guy grabs the pages and throws them into the basement?
I don't know why.
Fucking dumbass. Well, and then too, from their point of view, he's like, "Go outside or I'll kill you both." Then you'll be by yourself anyways, which is the whole thing you're trying to not do. So maybe threaten something a little bit different.
You go outside or
Regardless.
you live.
Yeah, do what I say because I got a shotgun. Pretty much all you got to do. Anyways, so then he's dealt with or whatever.
I'm so happy.
And they have to go into the basement, the cellar, whatever you want to call it, storm shelter, to get the pages.
Yeah.
Okay. The way they open the door,
They didn't have the keys.
he has a fucking chainsaw.
You want him to cut through metal and ruin his blade?
He did it for the shotgun. Boom, got you there. I knew that would be your
That's your
rebuttal. He just straight up he fucking cut open the fucking thing, and then that's how they got
You
it
could have just
there.
cut around that little tiny part and
Or yeah, even just like grabbed it and pulled really hard. I feel like he could have done it.
well, I mean, if a Deadeye couldn't do it, he couldn't do it.
The Deadeye could do it though.
Yeah, it just
I
didn't.
mean, in the
want to.
first one, she just up out of it whenever she felt like. In fact, they punched through the fucking wood half the time, anyways.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I did not, and I also didn't like how he did chainsaw off the barrel of a shotgun. I thought that was stupid. I didn't.
You didn't like how he chainsawed it off?
I like how it was, then like a snub nose kind of, but I didn't like that he did it with the chainsaw. That's just stupid to me. Let me use this chainsaw to cut through this barrel of a shotgun.
You like him to use a grinder for 2.5 hours?
Maybe just like a metal cutting saw.
And him to use a table saw?
It's out of fucking Dremel. Just starts with like a diamond bit on it. And just starts.
He just gets a solder and just tries to solder it off.
Maybe. I don't know. No.
Heat up a knife.
The cutting through the chainsaw is one thing, and then he does this cool like double spin onto the back. He had to do that every time. But then, yeah, to use the chainsaw to open the cellar door, I just didn't like that. I
That's
thought
fair.
that was stupid.
Fair.
I would have just chainsawed the chains, or maybe just got the key.
Oh, the dude had the key.
Did he?
When they locked Ash in there, he had the keys. He put them in his pocket or something. So he had them on him.
And they got him out, though. Oh, remember how they got him out, too? They grabbed him straight up like...
By his face.
Yeah.
They'll
It's like
fish
the
in the hook
weirdest
mouth.
way to grab somebody.
So fucking stupid.
Was there anything you would have changed about this?
More tree rape.
More tree rape?
Yeah. I'd have liked a guy to take the place this time.
You know
Go
what?
out in the woods.
I changed my dislike. I would have liked... I didn't like there was no tree rape. I would have changed that, yes, maybe a guy took it this time.
I feel
agree
like
with you there.
I feel like it should the cone guy
Cone guy
taking a cone
definitely-
up the ass.
He should have ran after Bobby Joe and
Just
yeah,
like a tree in the ass, and then it just splits him in half.
maybe not split in half.
Oh, wait, no.
I want him to run back after and have to tell somebody about
No,
it.
there'll be a tree inside of him while he's running back, and then it just opened the door. They're like, "Quick, let me in!" And he just
I just
everywhere.
got my asshole torn out by a fucking birchwood, and then just
it's a maple.
and then just an apple tree, and all of a sudden just
He just pops out. He just shits out apples for the
with
rest of the
apples,
movie.
yeah. Maybe that's his like character flaw is he keeps shitting out apples.
For the rest, he's like, "Oh no, I'm scared." Bloop.
Blue.
And you just see an
Another
apple.
And he just keeps eating them.
He's a self-sustaining man.
That's fucked up. That's it though. Is there anything else you wanna add about this one?
Before we forget, what would you rate this movie?
I wasn't gonna forget this time. We forgot our rating last video.
I put it
Or
on.
last thing. Yeah, you
I
you put it
posted
in the
it.
description or whatever, but I'm gonna give this, and I have a biased opinion. I love these movies. I love all the Evil Dead movies.
I don't want to see a 5 out of you.
And it's not a 5.
Can't even
But-
be a 4 point something.
It is a 4 point something. The last one, for those of you, because you didn't get the rating, the original Evil Dead, numero un, get the 4.5 for me. Only because
There was tree rape.
it took the second movie for him to get the chainsaw arm. This movie has a chainsaw arm. And like I said, I liked this movie more than the first one. I liked Bruce Campbell's acting a lot more. I liked that it was way more fast paced. I liked that he was way more of a badass, really took on his hero role. I like, honestly, in this one too, he did not have as much dialogue either, if you really think about it.
I mean, he did say
He said some stuff, but I mean, he didn't say, like, compared to the dialogue in the first one, didn't have as much. Regardless, I just thought it was, like I said, it played more on how the book came to be there and how,
it just had more of a story.
It really did. It gave more of a backstory and everything. For that reason, it's going to get a 4.75 from me. Once again, this is a biased opinion. I am aware.
You know, I might have to give it a low score to even it out, right?
You don't have to even it out.
I do.
Do what you want to do.
So if I give it like a 1.75, it'll equal out to like 3.
That's what you think of this movie? It's 1.75.
But why would you give it a 4.6? You know what? I'm not allowed to argue. I'm not allowed to argue with your opinions.
Yeah, I like it.
I would also like to give it 4.75.
No, you wouldn't.
I would love to.
You're lying to me.
No, it was actually.
You just said you didn't like it as much as the first one, and you didn't even give the first one that rating.
I gave it a 4.
But you just said you gave this one a 4.75. Dumbass. Come on.
Okay. Here my just because I don't like a movie more. Okay.
Just because I don't like a movie doesn't mean I should rate it high. I don't like it. That's why I should give it a high rating.
No.
That's how that works.
Hold on. What's your favorite Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie?
Second one. For sure.
Really?
Do you like the third one?
No, God, no. I don't like that.
Thank you.
I don't even count that one. The only way I like the first one, or the third one, is how many memes have came out of that.
I guess that's true, yeah.
That's
I
the
guess
only...
really, I don't know. I like the first one a lot. I guess I'd probably say the first one.
I would prefer the first one.
The second one, but I don't know.
And now we're on the same page.
I had the whole Doc Ock vibe, which I like. In this is a totally different discussion now.
Yeah,
but
no, I know. But it has a point.
That more, yeah.
It has a point. This is how I feel about these movies.
Okay.
The Evil Dead movies.
Okay.
I still liked the second one a lot. Just because I got to know how he got a chainsaw arm. I learned how he got to get this. They even got the Necronomicon this time instead of the Book of the Dead.
Exactly.
Dude teleported. Lots more blood. Not as many titties. But if I'm settling on the fact that I didn't watch a woman get raped by a tree and didn't see any titties, I'm going to give this movie a 4. How about that? Just a flat 4. Bruce Campbell beard.
That's fine. I just want an honest opinion out of you.
4 is a good, honest opinion.
4? There you go. I got a 4.75. You get a 4.
So our average score is 4.25. Not bad.
Sure.
I average out our scores every time.
I'll take it. 4.25 average score.
Average score?
Oh, you have to average.
I do.
All right.
There's 2 of us. We got to go off the average.
All right. I guess it's
What
true.
if I like a movie more than you did? Like, fuck, what was that one movie that you thought I would like, but I hated it?
I don't know. Probably look back through my movies, but was it? Hey, buddy.
No, I love Independence.
Keanu. Army of the Dead. We've done 33 episodes so far. I don't know. Those Who Wish Me Dead. Tenet. I don't know. You just literally have shreds of paper.
Well, these were from my old notebook.
Zoolander. I don't know. The new Mortal Kombat.
I didn't watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was just solo me.
I got nothing, man. I don't know. I don't know what movie I didn't like that you loved.
2001: A Space Odyssey. No.
I'm
Hot Rod. Snyder Cut. I don't know.
It was before then.
What other movies? Step Brothers. Oh.
Who knows? Anyways, Garrett, you want to wrap her up?
Now I'm going back through.
I don't have my other book. I think it's in the car.
That's your Batman. Hope you guys can see that.
There you go.
That's my Batman. I draw sometimes.
You doodle.
Doodle. I really don't have a doodle in there. I think I have another one like Red Hood or something.
Surely it's not Tenant.
I don't think it was 10. I don't know. If for those of you listening, if you remember, put it in the comments. Also, remember, put it in the comments. Do you think I should shave my head? Do you think I should just cut it short? Do you think my forehead's big? Is it a 5 head? Be honest with you. And remember, today's podcast was brought to you by my 5 head. It's always around.
You actually watch Palm Springs?
No, I wrote it down because we were going to, but then we never did.
Very upset. Thought you were watching Palm Springs. I was like, dude, tell me you loved it.
No, remember we ended up not doing it.
It's so upsetting. Anyways, thank you everybody that tuned into the podcast. Appreciate you. Make sure you follow our Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook,
All of our social media.
every
outlets.
single one of them. Otherwise, we will look for it. We'll find you. That's it though.
I'm not
We'll
gonna
just,
do that. That sounds like way too much work.
I will send a tree your way. All right.
I'm just gonna do my thing.
I will send
Also,
a tree.
Go to our TikTok page. I know he already said it, but did you like my last TikTok? Did you think it was cool? We don't do TikToks a lot, so
I do, but we don't.
we don't. I don't even have TikTok.
For Beard and a Half Movie Reviews, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Garrett.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.